Game over. What do you mean there, Mr. Cyborg? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome back once again to the channel. You know it is JJ with you once again. First time here, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Don't forget about the notification bell. Okay. Little thing I want to talk to you guys before we get this evening started. And I do got a little bit of a surprise for you all. And don't forget your drink and snacks, by the way. New motherboard. What's going on with that new motherboard? Tell me. But we do got a surprise that was bestowed on me for the video. But little bit of a disclaimer. We'll get to the disclaimer in a minute. We'll talk about it. But, you know, I'm just keeping it going right now, so. New motherboard. Don't forget your drink and snacks, by the way. I got mine. I'm ready. Alright. Enough of the BS. Let me bring you guys down, show you what I got, and we can go from here. Oh, okay, I got you. No, I'm not that lucky. And believe it or not, I'm not that lucky to have Temu send me anything. This came courtesy of my friend next door. It was a courtesy gift to them. They gave me a courtesy gift. So let me bring you guys down and let's see what's cooking. See, now, here, I got my jelly roll here. Got my jelly roll. Okay. Here we go, right here. Smart screen. Show you the box. Nothing special. Nothing special. Cheers right back, my friend. Cheers right back. Okay. Let's go ahead and open this box up and see what's in it. Let's see. What do we got here? We got some foam. We got nicely packed device. Let's see what it is. Yes, it's a fingerprint magnet. Looks like it's got a base on it. So, you know, that's pretty cool though. I think. That's pretty cool. What else does it got? More foam. More cardboard. More connectors. Oh, there's the piece. Oh well. Got a windshield mount. It's got a camera, a backup camera. Looks like it got something for the car stereo. Anything else? Looks like it's got a cup holder, some literature, some literature, cup holder, plastic front. Looks like it's worth it. Well, put that up off to the side. See whatever else we got here. Take and get this foam out of the way. Let's see what you guys are gonna say. Hey, what's up there, Mr. Fake Frames? Good to see you. Good to see you. Mr. Machine's still at work. He'll be off soon there, Cyborg. He will be off soon. And I'm sure he'll jump right in. So, I'm here. What did I miss? Nothing much. I just did a quick unboxing there, Mr. Dakota. Just a quick unbox. To show you guys this piece right here. So, I needed a supplemental power. So, let's see if I can get it measured up. There, you guys can see what it looked like. A little bit of a glare, sorry guys. Camera's sensitive. Looks like it's got Apple CarPlay. Looks like it's got Apple CarPlay. It's got FM stereo. It's got BT audio. It's got speakers. It's got headphones. It's got a playback. You can play videos. It's got Android, so you can connect Android or Apple CarPlay. And it's got GPRS. So basically, you know, this will feed off of the map of your phone. So you connect your phone to this, and your phone automatically transforms into this. I was looking at the details online, trying to get a little bit of information before I got started with the video. I didn't even read the instruction book. No sense. These things are really too easy to... And it's got a power button at top. You can hold it down, shuts down. Boom. They got it as a gift. Let me bring you guys back up. They got it as a gift, give it to me as a gift, and it came from Temu. Little baby monitor. Yeah, that's about what it is. But actually, you know, it's good for traveling, because what this does is it's got a backup camera. It'll connect to your regular car stereo, no wires needed, because it does it by the frequency. You know, you set your radio on the lowest frequency, and then you set this on the lowest frequency, and then you can play your, you know, your Spotify, you know, your YouTube, everything. You can put it right through that, and it goes right to your car speakers through your stereo. I thought that was pretty cool. So, all in all, I mean, it's a Chinesium knockoff, yes. Does it work? I don't know yet. Because I don't have a real way of testing it just yet. Or maybe do I? Or do I? Let me look. Let me turn it on. Let me take my phone. Man. Okay, so let me see. Let me put my face right there. Let me go into my settings. Let me go into the Wi-Fi. Take and turn on Bluetooth. Connect to the device. Okay, looking good. And see. Let me bring it up to you guys. Oh. It's kind of hard for you guys to see it. It's really bright. But it's got your telephone on there, maps, and everything else. So, I would play the music, but I don't want to get copy stricken from YouTube, so. Touchscreen works really good. I got my finger on it. I know you guys don't really want to see that. So. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let's see what else can I do with this thing. Can I play movies? Let's see. That's gonna be jeez. Let's see. Answer's no. It's got CarPlay. Oh. But I guess it is what it is. Ugh. Thing's blinding me. No, I don't want to help Android. You're in enough trouble. Oh. What is YouBoob doing to me? Okay. Sorry guys, I was kind of in my moment. All in all, this seems to be working really good. I mean, it's got fingerprints on it, as you can see. I'll put it right here. And move this back over here. Connect this into over here. So what I got was a GPRS with Apple Play. I guess it's like a CarPlay. It's kind of like a mix between a CarPlay and an adapter between your car stereo, and the GPRS. It's kind of the adapter in between the phone and the stereo, I guess. But it works. It does work. So I'm sure you guys seen these Apple CarPlay things before. You know, it's got a camera on the back. It's got a lot of things. It'll plug into an auxiliary on your if you got an auxiliary jack on your sorry, I gotta clean this. It's driving me crazy. If you got an auxiliary jack on your stereo for your car, it'll connect into the auxiliary jack, so you can have direct stereo play instead of going through the. Oh, it's driving me crazy. There. Now it looks better. There. It was driving me crazy. Ugh. So. Yeah, I mean, it's used for cars that don't have the USB plug-in or the headphone jack plug-in, you know, for an input. So it's got an AUX plug-in on the back, and also too it's got digital audio. If you want to do it digitally, you can set it up for digital. You have to have a digital mixer for that in order for it to work. So, but you can stick it on your dash, you can stick it on your window, but don't stick it up your boop. Don't go there. So that's pretty much all of what's going on with this. Yeah. There's not really much to talk about it. I mean, it looks like it works. I can let you guys know in a couple days how it sounds in the car. If it sounds like trash or whatever, I'll just take a quick video when I go into the car and, you know, show you guys how it works. But just something to get started with. Not a sponsor, by the way. Temu is not a sponsor of the channel. So just to let you guys know that. I don't think I would be that lucky to have, you know. Maybe one day we'll get sponsors. We'll just have to work for it. That's all. And also, too, there was somebody had a few questions about the video that I popped out earlier, talking about the plans and things going on with the channel. To get into that a little bit, to let you guys know, I was looking at the amount of views that are on the videos, and it turned out that I'm not getting many views on the videos. Maybe because people are not liking how the videos go or whatever. So I'm going to try live streaming. Reason why I'm going live streaming now is I figured like this. It's real time. It's one-on-one with everybody. It's in the moment. And plus it's got automatic replay so you guys can listen back in. If you're at work or something and you miss a video, you can get right back on the replay. So it's basically like pre-recorded, but it's like you're doing a video recording, same thing. It's just all in one, I think. So you guys tell me what you think. Let me know what your opinion is on this. Am I going in the right direction to try something out new? I did put a schedule out on the video to let everybody know what's happening. I want to give it a shot, but if it doesn't work out, then we'll go back to our normal video apparatus. But I want to try to be more hands-on, and I want to try to be more involved, other than just making pre-recorded videos. You know, I want to try it live because it's more hands-on with you guys. I mean, I'm talking to you guys on Discord all the time. I mean, that's hands-on. I mean, but we can bring it right here into the wild of YouTube and do more hands-on, I think. So, do what you think is best, brother. I love it either way, my big dog. Yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool. I mean, I just like to hear you guys' opinion on it. I mean, that would give me the incentive. Maybe this is the way I need to go. You know, I've been really thinking about this, and doing a video, you know, it's not much hands-on. Especially when you do a pre-recorded video and people ask you questions in the pre-recorded video. You know, they leave their comments on the pre-recorded video, and you reply to them, but they never reply back to you. So maybe this would be a better function for everybody to be involved. But I haven't given up making videos as well. Doing live streams and making videos, I haven't given up either or. I just want to give this a really good go at, so that way, you know, if people got questions, it's live. You can't get any better than that. Especially when it's free, it's live, and nobody's busting your balls for $1. I'm not busting you guys' chop for $1. You know, I could say to you guys like this, oh, don't forget about the super chats. I mean, yeah, I am monetized, and yeah, I could get super chats, you know, but I'm not busting you guys' chops about it. Why? I'm sure if you guys think my content's that good, you'll definitely be putting super chats out there. So, if you don't, then that just makes me want to work harder for it anyway. Just saying. But that's in the future. Well, that, you know, it could be right now or it could be in the future. But, you know, I'm just concerned, you know, about the level I want this channel to go. I want it to go to the moon. That's how far I want this channel to go, to the moon and beyond. To heights nobody's ever thought of. And yes, one day I'll get a dress shirt. Don't crack on my shirt. I like my shirts. They're casual to me. They make me feel nice and calm. Even though it makes you all go wild, but you know, it is what it is. So, but like I said, guys, anytime that I'm doing a live stream on a topic and you got questions to ask, I will stop and answer your questions. And also, too, we have many subscribers on this channel that can help as well if they want to give you that answer as well. So you're not left alone on this channel. Everybody here works with everybody. If you got a question, there's many people that can answer it. I'm not the only one. There's a lot of smart people on my channel. A lot of smart people that have a lot of talent. You know, just like me, they all have a bunch of talent. And you know, I am proud of all my subscribers, because they do have that extra talent in what's going on and all that. I enjoy it. I enjoy the extra input. At least you know I'm not alone. Everybody here helps everybody. You got a question, everybody's got the answer. So, Mr. Fake Frames, what question do you have? Obviously, you can answer the question. You know that. So, but anyway, what do you, what you wear doesn't matter to me. I know, man. I'm just saying. It's about what our discussion that does sense. That's the whole point of Tech Channel. Yes, which is true. I know sometimes I'm just like every other reviewer. I go off on a little tangent, and I bring myself back and we'll get back on task. But yes, and guys, I know the discussion tonight was about this right here. And I told you guys we'll do a follow-up as soon as I see once I go in the car and see what it's about. But also too, more good tech news is that I want to try to connect my phone to the computer and live stream from my phone to my PC to you guys and see how it looks on my phone other than using the camera right up here. I want to use my phone. That way I can take you guys with me. Just saying. It'll be interesting. But I am working on it, so give me time with that. I don't consider myself to have any talent. It's something. Yeah, well, you got talent, my friend. You have talent. I have talent. Everybody's got talent. Everybody has a special talent inside of them that makes them extremely special. Everybody has a talent. So I'm always the kind of person that, looks at the talent, enjoys the conversation with the talent, and believe it or not, the talent is the person. That gives you your own personal personality. But we're not here to talk about life. We're here to talk about PCs. So, to get on to the new subject, other than talking about this now, because basically there's not much more to talk about it. I've looked on the internet. There's not really much to talk about it. It's like an Apple CarPlay. We know it. You have to test it in the car. That'll have to be on another live stream because I have to take and shoot it off of my phone and show you guys and get a better persona about this. Thought there was more I could do with it, but obviously if I play music on it, which you can play music on it, because it has an internal speaker, you can use it, play YouTube videos or whatever you want to play on it. Spotify, if you got a Spotify account, it's got a Spotify button on it, so you can play Spotify. But it's really enjoyable. It's really enjoyable. So, moving on. Okay. How many of you guys, and we're going to change this up a little bit. I'm going to read this one clip right here. Hey, but that's good. That's good. When you got that extra talent to do all that, that's good, man. There's nothing bad about it. Shit. If I were to talk about all the stuff I've done over the years, you guys would be bored as hell. I swear to God, you guys would probably be bored as hell. Because I can go on for hours and hours and hours about back in the day. Some of you guys already know about back in the day before the internet and everything else, and early or mid 70s. I'm sure you guys know about all that. So, Sure, you guys know about how Microsoft got their first push off onto making operating systems. They did it in their garage, and I'm sure you guys know the story. Then they got into a fight, then they broke apart, and now we got Apple and Microsoft. So I'm sure you guys know the whole story about that. So, well, yeah. Well, I go back a little bit further when it comes to PCs, but so yeah, I do understand. I do understand. But guess what, guys? You're never too old to learn something new. I've always kept that in mind, and I keep an open mind for the simple fact you never know. Somebody could have a piece of information that you don't know. Always try to keep an open mind when it comes to learning in the PC world. There's always something new. Especially, you guys probably didn't talk about, I know you guys didn't talk about this, and with the new Tuesday patch update from Microsoft, it seems that, just to let you guys know, if you don't know, I'll just give you a quick reminder. They did an update to patch the Tuesday update. So your computer will be able to use the recovery if your computer crashes. So, they did the update. Hopefully you get the update put in immediately. So that way, if you do go into Windows recovery, you're not stuck without your monitor, without your keyboard and mouse working. Not unless you got one of them PS ports. Let me see. Let me show you guys. A PS2 port. This is back in the day. PS2 port. For the mouse and the keyboard. These are direct to the motherboard. So that means they connect directly. It's not like USB. USB has to go through a chip. These do not. So, if you ever get stuck, make sure you got a PS2 port. Just saying. And if you didn't know what that was, then, you know, I got keyboards and mice with PS2 port, so I keep that as a backup in case I have a problem with the USB port, like Microsoft's been having for a long time, like over a year plus now. Every week something new with the USB. But anyway, that's what my first PC had. Yeah. Actually, mine had different kind of plugs. The plugs were about this big. Oh, they're about this big. Don't ask what kind of plugs they are. I have no idea. There's a big ass plug with the screw down on it, just for your keyboard. Don't ask. I have no idea. There we go, a DIN plug. Yes, thank you, Mr. Dakota. A DIN plug. I forgot the name of it, but I figured you guys knew knew the name of it. Yes, a big DIN plug. But I had one that you had to take. It was for the keyboard. That in order for you to get the keyboard to work, to plug it into the PC, you had a big ass plug that you had to take and push into the back of the PC, screw it down. Don't ask. I have no idea. A friend of mine told me it was an engineer's computer. I had no idea. So, yep. Fun. Most definitely. But as you guys can see, the fun gets even better now these days. So, I see that they're talking about I'm really trying to grasp my heels on this. And no, they're not glass slippers. I was talking about it earlier on the Discord channel that they're deciding to do an APU with 8 CUs. And it was supposed to be either Strix Point or Kraken Point. What did you guys hear on that? I mean, this was supposed to be AMD's new desktop exclusive. I cannot believe, because believe it or not, the RX 7600 has 38 CUs. I'm just trying to gather this. So what I'm going to do is, since I'm trying to gather my brain pan, I am gonna look it up. I am going to look it up and see what I can find. Let's see. There, I found it. Okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the action screen, guys. I'm not going to keep it away from you. There, we got our spooky background. There we go. Videocards.com says AMD Ryzen 9000G series made debut with Kraken Point APUs, a Giza 1.2.7.0 update hints. Looks like they're talking about it. Says, according to HXL, the latest Giza 1270 update released for some MSI motherboards, which, guys, I got an MSI motherboard. I had to go, thinking about it. MSI. MSI B850-P Pro Wi-Fi BIOS update. We'll find out. Let's see what the BIOS update is. Well, it says improved compatibility with the 8000 series CPUs. That's 8, that's 9. I don't see it. So that's 1.203. And this was 1.270. 1.27. Wow. They ain't going to show here. So, yeah, I know that. I just said that the 7600 has 32 CUs. Right, but I was talking about the APU. That's what I was talking about. That's what they're talking about right here is the APU. Supposed to be Kraken Point or Kraken Point 2. Let's see. Community maintained SMU MC AM5 chart. They said it's on an AM5 chart. Let's find out. Wow. Okay. So, we'll go backwards. Supposed to be Ryzen AI 5 350 with 6 cores. Features 8 and 4 RDNA 3.5 compute units. These feature 8 and 4 RDNA 3.5 compute units. So it's the 860M and Radeon 840M graphics and 54 watts. So it's 9700G with the 8 GPU cores, and it's Ryzen 5 9500G with 6 GPU cores. Very interesting. That's chart I already pulled up. So, looking at their little chart for the 87G, and gives you all what you need to know for your 87G. It's not hard to find on video cards, but the 8000 series. They got 9000 here. 8 core 16 thread. 24 megabytes. L cache. 8 CUs RDNA 3.5. 65 watts. But they're not sure what it is. They're still not sure what it is. So that's really interesting. So I don't believe either of current Ryzen leaks at this point, since yeah, I know, but the thing is this, it's posted out there, so there must be a reason why. I mean, we can keep digging into it, but yeah, I'm thinking that, might not be much to dig into, especially with 8 CUs, because if you remember, the 5700G had 8 CUs. Now the 8700G has 12 CUs. So what are we really digging into? Is it really we're digging into something special with the new 9000G series? No. It doesn't seem like it, because even the 9700X got 2 CUs, and so this has got 8 and 6. I don't get it. You're right. I'm not really focused too much on the APUs. So oh, I do agree with the yields on that, though. I do agree with you on the yields. It's nuts. I mean, this must be the reason why on my X processor I disabled the integrated graphics in the BIOS, is because, for the simple fact, you take away from your graphics card, your discrete graphics card. I think by leaving that enabled, you're taking away from your the CPU power itself, and you're adding more of a load by keeping the APU going on it. So I disabled mine. But let's move backwards a little bit, guys. Let's find something else. I don't think these are going to be really good talking points even when they come out. And I'm agreeing with Mr. Fake Frames. It's not really good talking points. But it's just information that's out there. Just information, that's all. But here's a good information. MSI denies involvement after pallets of GeForce RTX 5090 cards spotted in China. This was up on YouTube. Somebody was reporting on this. Pallets and pallets of 5090s over in China. Man, it would have been nice if MSI sent me one of those 5090s. But they sent all the 5090s to China, I guess. But we don't know they sent it. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. Don't get upset about it. I'm just kidding. We don't know who sent it. It could be a third-party seller that sold a whole shipment over there in China. We don't know. I'm not an investigative reporter. It's just tech news. That's all it is. It's just tech news. That's all I'm reading. I still really want to, I'm not getting off of the NVIDIA thing, but going on to the AMD discrete graphics cards. I'm still looking for the fact of what's going to happen with when it goes to, and I know a lot of you guys have probably got the 9070 XT. I probably know that, but you guys know that. Yes, you are right about that. I forgot all about that. Everybody talked about the B series for Battle Mage series for Intel, but nobody's talking about the 770. I do agree with you on that. I do agree with you. If they had 5090 performance on the B770, if it ever came out, it would be a monster. Even if it beat AMD's best graphics cards, it would be a beast. But the problem is Intel is still 4 years behind when it comes to the technology. 4 years. You got to remember, AMD and NVIDIA have had their hands cracked into the graphics card industry all the way back down into the early 2000s. So, even if they were making integrated graphics in the beginning, which they were for Intel, they had their hands in building the best graphics cards that were coming onto the market over a period of time. Now, looking at Intel, who was really building their integrated graphics? Was Intel building their own integrated graphics? Or was AMD, or was NVIDIA, or was different companies building their integrated graphics? So they really didn't have their hands totally into the integrated graphics until it came around that Intel started to see NVIDIA and AMD start making some serious money. Then they started getting their hands into it. But all along, basic drivers for integrated graphics with Intel. But they're I would say at least 4 years behind. That's my opinion. Yeah, but it would be viable on the market. It would be viable on the market with integrated graphics, or not integrated graphics, with Intel. Because it would be entry level graphics cards and people would pay money for those. Because with things being tight now these days, if the cards are that good and they got 16 gigabytes of VRAM for a discrete card, yeah, they're gonna pay the money. Even if it's like the card was $300, it would still be viable. Because I would remember right, the 7700X was like around what, 350 or 360? Maybe cheaper now, who knows? Maybe more expensive, who knows? Me, Mr. Machine, and Dakota last night went on a little search about the RAM sticks for AM5, for DDR5. Price is going up. There's becoming a shortage of silicon for SSDs and hard drives. Price on hard drives are going to go up. Price on solid state drives are going to go up. Do expect it to go up. Prices on your system RAM are going up. They're even a little bit higher this evening compared to yesterday evening. So keep that in mind, guys. Your CPUs are starting to rise up about 2%. About 1 to 2% per day. So are your graphics cards. The lowest point was 2 days ago when it come to PC parts. 2 days ago. So now it's on the uprise. Because of November the 1st, and also too with China playing games with the minerals to build chips. The minerals to make silicon, to make chips. Still, there's a lot of games being played. I'm not going to get into politics. I'm just telling you from a PC perspective, there's going to be a shortage. Do expect it. Prices are going up. Yeah, Intel's good at that. Sometimes if you don't get your system balanced correctly, and you have a hard time balancing it because of the drivers and stuff for Intel, there are a lot of system crashes. AMD's kind of a little bit different. I hate to say that. I'll put it to you this way. This system here, from the time I built it, crashed one time. That's because it was my fault. Not because of the operating system, not because of the drivers or anything else. Because it was my fault. It crashed one time. Any other time, this has been a beast. And this is an AMD CPU. This is AMD. 5700X. Mr. Fake Frames, and you know that because you got the same one. So, sorry about that. Had an itch badly. So, yeah, keep that in mind. I only had one crash. From the time I built it to the time I switched over and put the RX 7600 in here to replace the 4070, and I moved it to my 4070 to my new system, which is an upgrade from AM4 to AM5. So now I got AM4, now I got AM5. So I got both. I like it that way. Yeah, I do agree. The supercards are definitely going to bring up the price of NVIDIA 50 series cards. But do keep in mind, if they do anything like they did on the 40 series, to where once they released the Super Series cards and they started picking away one at a time and discontinuing the 40 series graphics cards, I have a feeling they might do that with the 50 series. This might be a new trend for NVIDIA, where when they release their Super Series cards, that they're going to start picking away their first launched. They'll probably pick away at the 50. They'll probably pick away at the like the TI cards, the 5070, the 5080, 5090, and start putting into place the Super Series cards. And then after that, once they get ready for the next generation, they take and discontinue the Super Series. So we don't know yet. Could be the same song and dances they did for the 40 series. Yeah, I do agree with that, man. I mean, serious. It's not looking good. I can tell you that. Because every time they do this cycle now, this new cycle that they're doing, this gives them for every generation to increase the price. It seems like it's going to go up like what? 16, well, let's look at it. 1600 for the 4090 to the 5090. Then they jacked the 5090 up to $3,500, which it was supposed to be $2,000. So they went up $400 with that. So they might keep the price down a little bit on the Super Series, but next generation, they could be going up another $400 on the next generation. So 16, 2000, 2400, you never know. This new generation that they bring out, other than the Super Series, could go up to $4,500. We're approaching almost $5,000 on a graphics card. We're almost approaching a $5,000 bill on a graphics card. You don't see many people buying that Pro 6000, do you? The NVIDIA Pro 6000? You don't see many people buying those. Not at $9,000 at Micro Center. Yeah, 50. Your high end, your one high end, and a couple low ends. Yeah, I do agree with that. The only reason they're probably going to use the excuse right now is because of the silicon, because of the minerals they can't get to make the chips. So it's kind of putting them into, this seems like it's putting us back into a shortage. It's not just going to be on GPUs. It's going to be on every PC part that requires a chip. Every PC part that requires a chip. They're putting everybody on notice that they're going to be restricting more and more when it comes to the chipset. They're going to be restricting it. So it's going to be harder and harder and harder to get PC parts. So if you do got PC parts, hold on to them. I'm going to tell you that right now. Hold on to it. Because comes down to the end of the day, you're probably going to need them. So don't sell them. Don't get rid of them. Hold on to them until we get past this little bump in the road. Once we get past this little bump in the road and then production goes back to normal, then you can go back to your normal routines. But for right now, let's say you have a problem with your PC and you don't have the parts. Where are you going to get them from? You get them from the secondhand market store, guarantee it. And they're going to be charging an arm and a leg for used parts, like they're doing now. Most of the used parts on eBay are almost up to the new price. Some of them, not all of them, some of them are almost up to the new price of, graphics cards, motherboards, and all that. I'm just going to say this. It's good to know you have a backup PC ready to go. Me, I'm prepared for it. I got a backup PC right here, another backup PC down there, another backup PC down there. So I have 1, 2, 3 backup PCs in case this takes a crap. So I'm all prepared. The 2 that are down there are older PCs, but they still run. And plus, well, actually I didn't count this, but actually I got this right here too. So that's another PC in itself. It's got the RAM, it's got the CPU, it's got the motherboard, it's got the battery. And to go along with that, got a 5500 or I got a GTX 1650. I got a backup plan. Or hell, if I want to get adventurous, I could use the GT 730. Ain't that something? Doesn't require extra power. So I got a couple of those. We'll see how the refresh goes there, Mr. Fake Frames. We will see how the refresh goes. If it's going to be a success or a bust. Who knows? We hope it's going to be successful. We hope the price is not going to be overpriced. But we don't know right now because where things are falling with the chip shortage and everything else, we really don't know. Everything's debatable right now. Everything is debatable. And it's still up in the air if they're going to make a 5070 Ti Super. It's still up in the air. All I hear is the 5070 Super with 18 gigabytes of VRAM. And all I hear is the 5080 Super with 24 gigabytes of VRAM? They should have went up a little bit higher, in my opinion. I don't know. But I can tell you this. If things don't shape up with NVIDIA, everybody's going to start running back to AMD. And it looks like it's already been happening from what I'm hearing. That a lot of people are starting to run back to AMD. But then they stop themselves and they think, well, my God, what happens if I can't get, a total 100% great gameplay? They put on the brakes. Then they think to themselves, what's going to be better? Everybody's second guessing themselves on this. I'm not second guessing myself. I have an AMD card in here I can test with. It's a 7600, but it's still good. Believe it or not, it's still got teeth in it. Even though it's got 8 gigabytes of VRAM, it's still got teeth. I can still play games. I can still play Cyberpunk. I can still play Control. Not at the high, everybody's kind of blow your mind kind of settings. I don't have it on that. I have them on the low settings, but it's still playable to me at 1080p. Still playable to me at 1080p. So, I'm happy with it. And the reason why I say that is because you got 60% of your consumers out there that are playing on low-end products. So, and what was it? They said 34 or 36% are still playing on 8 gigabytes of VRAM cards. Somewhere in there, guys. This is just estimating, but I think I heard something about it in there. So, I can't tell you what to buy, which I'm not going to do. I can suggest to you, if you ever ask me the question, what's going to be good enough for me to play low end and give me the gameplay I want. Depends on your price range. If you want less than $400, less than $400, or if you go up to like $450, from $450 to $350, you could either get a 9060 XT 16 gigabyte or a 5060 Ti 16 gigabyte in between the two, or $550 you can get yourself a 5070 that's got 12 gigabytes of VRAM, or just take a chance and get Intel's B580 with 12 gigabytes of RAM for $250. So, you got many choices out there, guys. Many choices on the market. What's going to be the best of the best is the 5090 for NVIDIA. What's going to be the best of the best for AMD is going to be the 9070 XT. But some people have their gripe about it. Some people are still saying the 7900 XTX still has a lot of market share out there too. So it's kind of like a little toss-up. But everybody wants the 9070 XT because it's got legs on it like you wouldn't believe. Because it keeps up with the 5080. That's why. Rasterization-wise, it's good. Ray tracing, it's kind of okay. But you can find them between $600 and $750 right now. Unless the price goes up. And then they're going to be up around $800 again. $900 again. So. Also, too, you got to think about your platform when it comes to your using your graphics card. I can tell you with the 5700X, I used the 4070, no problem. Definitely the 5700X pushes the 4070 pretty good. Now the 4070 Super, you might need something a little bit powerful. A little bit. Like, the minimal I would go is the 5800 X3D or higher. But if you're going to pay that kind of money for the 5800 X3D, you might as well go up to the 9700X. At least. So, I'm on the 9700X, guys. I'm tickled to death with it. I am rocking that 9700X like crazy. I am rocking it. When I'm playing Cyberpunk and all them, I'm rocking it. Trust me. And even with my 4070, not the non-super, the non-super, I'm rocking it. 12 gigabytes of VRAM. I'm still rocking it. So, I'm happy with it. You guys can be too. You put the right settings on. You test it to get a balance in your settings to where it balances with your CPU and your GPU. They're both balanced. And then after that, you just go rock the game. You go have fun. Don't worry about benchmarking or anything else. Just go play your game. Have fun. Serious fun. Just rock it and have fun. So, let's see what else you guys putting in the chat. Oh, you guys fell asleep on me in the chat. Let's see. Ain't nobody on the voice chat. So, everybody fell asleep on me in the chat. Okay, I'll see who pops their head up out of there and says, "Oh, I didn't fall asleep." Okay, we'll see. But guys, I mean, right now with PC hardware, there's unless they come out with something right now, there's really not much more to talk about. Seriously. There is really not that much more to talk about. It's been hard doing videos doing these live streams last couple days. It's been really hard because information's just like dwindling. It's just like fading away. I'm sure there's something out there that somebody's got cooking. Here's something interesting. Something I didn't hear about. This might be interesting for you guys. Let's go ahead and go to the action screen. And I can show you guys what I got cooking. Here's something I just popped out with. NVIDIA RTX Pro 5000 gets a high memory variant. 72 gigabytes of GDDR7. NVIDIA has quietly added 72 gigabyte version RTX Pro 5000 Blackwell to its lineup. Product page for the 48 gigabyte model has been updated to include the new version with increased memory capacity. But there has been no formal announcement so far. Okay. So they sneak one out on us, and there's no formal announcement. Interesting. The 72 gigabyte version listed with a 512-bit memory bus, which is wrong. That's what they said. And apparently is the same as the 48 gigabyte model. 48 gigabyte variant uses 16X GDDR7 chips, 16 of them, each with 3 gigabyte capacity. Both cards have 384-bit bus, which gives 1,344 terabits per second of bandwidth, while the card rocks 28 gigabits per second on the modules. Interesting. I'm still wondering, with this card, this is going to be an expensive workstation card. This is going to be seriously expensive. Like $4,000, $5,000 for a workstation card. Wow, and I just hit the mark. It says the current 48 gigabyte version is 4,250 to 4,600. So far, so far the 72 gigabyte model could price close to $5,000. For reference, the flagship RTX Pro 6000 costing over $8,300. Now at Micro Center it costs $9,000, which the MSRP on it's $10,000. So you save $1,000 buying it from Micro Center. Ha ha ha. And they just said the variant cost is $8,300. So who's ripping who when it comes to the Pro 6000 series? If you can buy the Pro 6000 series for $8,300, do you really think I'm going to pay $8,300 for a graphics card? Hell no, I'm not. Why would I pay $8,300 for a graphics card? Let's figure, $8,300. Let me get the calculator out, and I know you guys love the calculator. So, let's go over to a fresh new screen. Okay, so, we're on a fresh new screen. Right here. So, what can you do with $8,300? Let's see, $8,300. What can you do with it? Let's hit the minus button. Okay. Oh, you can get a graphics card for a decent graphics card for $400. But since you got an $8,300 budget, I'll start with the CPU. Let's say I get a $700 CPU. Okay, let's say I get a $400 motherboard. Let's say I get $200 or $300 for 64 gigabytes of good RAM. Yeah, $300. So, let's say, I already got the motherboard, already got the good RAM, already got the getting good SSD. Let's say you're getting 8 terabytes. You're spending about 500 bucks. So you minus off 500. Wow. So far we're down to the graphics card. So with the graphics card that you would choose if you got a 5090 would be, let's say you got it down to $2,000, so minus $2,000 for a 5090. You saved on basically the whole goddamn system $4,400. Just for a graphics card. Just for a graphics card that cost $9,000. Well, actually, they marked it at $8,300, so we went at $8,300. But you still save $4,400. Maybe more, maybe $4,700. And with that $4,700, guess what? You can buy yourself 2, maybe 3 more new PCs. Or if you get another 5090, or you get let's say a 9070 XT, you might be able to squeeze 2 computers out. Yeah. So, think about it. really quick, think about it. How much can you buy with $9,000 that you would spend on one graphics card? So, the RTX 6000 Pro is only 15% faster. Yeah, I know it. I do agree with that. Yeah. There's not much more happening there. So, looking at if you can get a 5090 at $2,000, right? You're saving yourself from that $9,000, you're saving $7,000. And what you could do with $7,000, there's no hell in way I would pay anything over $1,500 for a PC or less. $1,500 is my cap. So whatever graphics card I get, it better be good, because if not, that's what I'm stuck with. So even if you look at the platform's only going to cost you $500, $600. So you're still left with the $900 value at $1,500. So if you get a $600 platform, and say you get everything, the case, the everything, the RAM, the whole 900 yards for $600. Or you're just repurposing what you have and putting a better motherboard and better CPU in, but you got a great kind of RAM, like 6000 megahertz CL30 RAM, and you're just upgrading your platform to give it a little bit more of a push. You can't beat it. Especially if the platform's only going to cost you a $345 bump, and that's all you got to take and put into it, and you got everything else. I mean, even if you got the 7900 XT and you upgrade your platform, you're still going to push it up to a higher level. You're still going to give yourself a bump. It could be a 5% bump. It could be 10%. We don't know. But it's better than what you had on the last time. Especially if you're going from a 600 series motherboard to an 800 series motherboard. And I know you guys are going to say, there's really no difference between 600 and 800. I beg to differ. There is. Big difference. So, how I know this? Because me and somebody else discussed benchmarks on their PC, and I compare it to my PC. I see the difference between their PC and my PC. So, for me to judge that difference between point A and point B, I don't need to get benchmarks out from somebody else to find out what my PC's doing. Because all I got to do is say, hey, what kind of benchmarks are you getting on this game? Let's benchmark together. We do it on Discord all the time. Some of you guys don't know, but I do that sometimes. I just sit there and benchmark PC to PC. Okay. I'm not ashamed of my PC. I'll put it to you like that. I'm proud of my PC because I built it with my hands. But the parts came from a good friend. You all know who. So, but we picked it out together. At least this is putting somebody in the right direction, showing them the right things to pick. Do you think before I got this motherboard, I tested it? I knew anything about it? No, I knew nothing about it. Remember, I was stuck on AM4, guys. And for me to go from AM4 to AM5 with no problem, you tell me. Let's read what you got. Yeah, but still, even though the dedicated workstation cards are not meant to game, but they still do. That's the thing, they still do. Putting with the right components, they still do. You can still game with it. Yeah, I understand, paying that kind of money for a 4090, I can understand that. Do you not think it hurt when I got the 4070? Well, no, I can't say that it really hurt. No, I can't really say that because I only paid $100 for it. So, and plus, I did work for it too. I did not get this for free. I put in my work helping people out, and it paid for itself. I did it in trade. So I actually helped a couple people out to get this. So I do a lot of trading. When it comes to if I need something or something, I can do some trading. With the people around here, because basically when they got a computer, they need somebody to fix it. We don't have shops around here, so they all come to me. They're always asking me questions. Every time I walk out the door, there's always a question. So, like I said, little old community, they don't mind me helping them out whatsoever. So, keep that in mind, guys. It's not just YouTube that I have the community on. I have the community that's around me. Because there is no computer shops that are around me for miles. And people don't have the money to get in a car to take and go and, go 40 to 50 miles, spend that gas to go to a computer shop just to get computer fixed. It's just cheaper for them to come over to me and get on my favor list. Basically, I got a favor list to make it affordable for them. So I help people out like that. I put them on the favor list. I do this kind of, PC work for them. I get their computer going just the way they want it, and I put them on the favor list. The price, I just put what I did, and I did it as a favor or whatever. And then when they come back to me, and they want to repay the favor, then, I trade. What are they going to do? What do they want to make in trade? That's going to make it right for them as well as me. You know what I'm saying? So I make it as fair for everybody's affordability. Especially when they can't afford to get PC parts. Then I might have to take a small trip with a friend up to Los Angeles and go to the supply house and see if they got anything that's worth, my taste, that I can bring back and use to help people out. So I am working on a deal with the supply house for PC parts because they get them donated to them, and I do work for people out here, basically pretty much practically donated to them. So they're just actually just helping me with my time. That's all. So, there's more to me that meets the eye. I help people that want to get on the PC, want to get on the internet, want to have fun and everything else, that don't have an expensive kind of, or basically they don't have a job where it pays them gold bricks, for a paycheck. Kind of people that are only making like $12, $11 an hour. Yeah, I know some people are saying, well, California's up $20 an hour. That's in hospitality. That's not in all jobs. That's just in hospitality, like restaurant work. So don't think that $20 an hour spreads around to other businesses and everything else, because it don't. Just saying. Well, it's kind of surprising you guys get all quiet on me again. But I'm sure it's going to get a lot better. Because we know I ought to give Mr. Machine a call too. Find out where he's at. Or if he's just sandbagging on me. Or something. Well, what time is it? Well, it is 9:30. So that means it is 11:30 where he's at. It means he would be home by now. Unless something happened. But if something happened, then Winston would have already told me. Huh. Interesting. Well, okay, here's the deal. I put myself into the voice chat of Discord. So if anybody wants to join me there, you're more than happy to. At this point, we got about maybe 26 minutes left on the live stream. So if you want to get in on anything, or you want to talk about something, we got about 26 minutes left. So get yourself on there so we can find out what's up. Boing! I love that boing!
Oh yeah, the Halloween noise on Discord, yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's that boing! It's that kind of, that wild kind of boing, I did get what you were saying about the 4090 and the expense of the 5090 and all that. I do get that. I do understand there's a price difference, but now these days, the way prices are going, people are going to be looking for lower prices on the parts. But we all know after November the 1st, with the chip shortage coming up, and it's going to be happening with graphics cards and everything else, what's that really going to do for the Super Series? Is that going to be another screw job like they did on the regular 50 series? Probably. So
yeah, I think it's going to be a repeat like the 40 series was all over again.
Yeah.
And the only cards I expect to not be stopped in production anytime soon are the 5090, 5060, 5050. The 70s and the 80 are all going to be discontinued once the Supers get announced and released.
Yeah, but 2 or 3 weeks after that, the rest of them were gone.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of expect the same thing. Like the 4070 Ti was gone, the 4080 was gone.
You know what surprised me though was the 4070 with GDR6. They just came out with that, and they discontinued that. Right, the 4070 was 6 gig GDDR6.
Exact versus the G6 memory version.
Yeah. But as soon as the 4070 with GDR6X was taken offline. So was that one.
I mean, they did release the 4070 Super, and it is a better version with the same card.
But same chip.
It's the same chip, it's just more unlocked, because you have to remember the 4070 had L2 cache that was disabled.
Yeah.
I think it was 36 megabytes on the regular 4070, and it was 48 on the Super.
Yeah, but China found a way around that. They just rewired a new PCB, put everything on a new PCB like they did 4090, and doubled up the RAM.
Yeah, but RAM capacity is not the same as the actual L2 cache of a GPU, though.
Right, I know, I realize that.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, though, to find out that, even though that they can unlock some of the parts of the chip.
Yeah. We do have an interesting issue that Vampire has been dealing with, actually, with his 5090.
And what's that?
He's been having a black screen issue either at idle or under light mode in games.
Check your power settings. Check your power settings. Turn them on to ultimate settings.
I'm pretty sure that his power management settings are already probably on max performance for it.
Yeah, make sure you...
No, for the NVIDIA control panel, and for, you could check the Windows power plan settings as well, but typically those are mostly for the CPU.
That is CPU.
Yeah, so that's not going to affect the graphics card.
Oh yeah, it will affect the graphics card, because if it shuts off the monitor, it'll shut off parts of the graphics card still.
It
but
won't shut off the monitor though for the CPU power plant. That's only
no.
throttle the CPU.
Yeah, I know what the power plan you're talking about, but I'm talking about the overall power plan for the Windows. That you can for if you're idle for a certain amount of time, the monitor can shut off, or you can put it in sleep mode, because if you're in sleep mode, they've been having a problem with the sleep mode. So
I never put it in sleep mode.
He didn't put it into sleep mode. It went black screen while he was playing a game or at idle using a web browser or Discord.
Okay.
Where's the power plan?
See, in my opinion, I was telling him to test the GPU without his wire view connector. I wanted him to plug straight in to either an adapter with the GPU came with or a native cable to see if that could possibly
integrated graphics. Take the graphics card out of the picture. Yeah. Take the graphics card.
They did it when it was disabled, even when it was also on, so...
If you're testing...
They did it on both.
If you're
when you had the XTX in the system, right, did that black screen issue ever happen?
Never.
Okay, so it's clearly a related issue with the GPU and not the CPU or the power plant of the system.
Could be a driver update.
I've experienced it before on the 4090, and it only happened to me twice, and it was a driver-related issue.
Yeah.
With the problem.
I'm on 581.29.
That driver has been fairly stable for me with the 4090, so I don't. But the thing is, the 50 series is a different architecture, has different display ports, and a different memory controller.
Yeah, I can't say that I've had any problems with the new driver update.
But like I said before, drivers affect different GPU generations differently.
Yeah.
And some people was having it on 576.02.
Yeah, so like I said, the only thing I would suggest changing if you haven't done is in your NVIDIA control panel under Manage 3D settings. You could change the power management mode to maximum performance. That way it doesn't downclock the VRAM and the GPU core as much under idle conditions. That is something that you can do fairly easily.
Okay, I just did it.
Yeah, I can say the 581.57, the newest one out on the 40 series, there's still no problems. It seems that I did read some of the notes that they were having still minor issues with black screening with some of the games. So that might have been with the...
mostly to be a 5090 issue, though.
Yeah.
The lower end 50 series don't have the problem as much.
Well, he's using a 5090, right?
Yeah, he has the Gigabyte Aurora's Master 5090.
Yeah. So you might be, I don't know, if the driver you're on you're having problems with, then it might.
I don't think the driver version.
I tried it with a driver newer. I tried it with one newer driver, and it was still happening.
My guess is the only thing besides the wire view and what we suggested already is trying only using an HDMI port instead of a display port, because I have heard that there are display port issues with black screens.
Yeah, good point.
Because you have to remember that the 50 series is the first NVIDIA generation to offer DisplayPort 2.1. Every gen before that was like 1.4
Yeah.
and older.
See, I don't notice DisplayPort on mine because I got converters to HDMI, so.
Yeah, but like I said, the 40 series was using 1.4A, and the 30 series was also using that, and the 50 series is the first NVIDIA card to 2.1.
Yeah, but they're all.
Because like you have to remember, the media portion of the GPU die has to be made to support DisplayPort 2.1, and I have a feeling that there could be an issue with the driver handling that part of the silicon.
They had a release note on that a long time ago about the DisplayPort 2.1. That the black screening and all that was back a long time ago.
Now, I don't like bringing up this guy, but Frame Chasers has had a similar issue with his 5090 Founder Edition with DisplayPort and the black screen issue occurring.
Yeah.
So I would not be surprised if he switched to HDMI only and didn't have the problem.
I'm fine having my main monitor as HDMI.
Yeah, the problem
My
is that he
secondary
doesn't
doesn't
want
matter.
HDMI on his graphics card is the main issue.
That was the only reason I was looking at the TUF.
Because it has
Or was it specifically happening on a game, or just a certain
It
game?
can happen at both idle and it can happen in a game, but the game he was playing was not a GPU heavy game.
It happened on BeamNG Drive.
And on 5M for GPU
5M.
power.
When I clicked off of 5M, it did it a few minutes after. The first time it did that today. It did 8 times yesterday.
To me, that sounds like a power management state issue when the GPU is downclocking at an idle condition.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to go ahead and sign off of the
YouTube.
Yeah, the YouTube. I keep forgetting
All
the
right.
name. So give me a minute. I will be right back.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, everybody. We're having a little simple discussion over in Discord, but just to let y'all know, let me see. We'll get it back on it. Yeah, and I'm going to read the comments before we get going. So, yeah, Tech Yes City showed an example on Diablo 4 where the 4070 Super was faster than the 47. We know that they're faster. It's 12 to 13%, but the tides are just starting to tighten on it, starting to get it down to around 7%, 8%, but whatever. Mainly because 48 instead of 36 megabytes L2 cache. Sometimes cache has a positive note and sometimes has a negative there, Mr. MTBK. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and call it right here, guys. I'm going to call it 15 minutes short, but, it is what it is. We don't have much more we really got to discuss. If you guys are on Discord, that's where we're going to be. So, and if anybody's looking to get on Discord, hit me up and let me know, and we'll get you on Discord. But anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. So, if this is your first time here, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Don't forget about the notification bell so you know when I post the next video. Until the next time and the next video. You know what it is? We'll see you on the next one, guys. And believe it or not, that is tomorrow. So, stay tuned. More to come.